The iPad is an amazing device, and I've used it every single day for years. But with Apple releasing new iPads all the time, there's lesser and well-known applications being introduced or updated into the ecosystem. It can be really hard to work out, how can I actually make the most of it? Not all of us do. But today I'm going to take you through some amazing use cases, things for creativity, productivity, some stuff that are, I would say, fundamentally essential to your experience. And then I'm going to take you through at the end some rather unusual stuff that you may not have thought about when it comes to using your iPad. So if you're returning to this channel, you know that I love my iPad for note-taking and for sketching. I absolutely adore it for all those things. And why? Well, it's because of the cloud storage. I can have my notes with me wherever I am. So apps like Notability and GoodNotes, amazing for students and professionals, but also Apple Notes itself have incredible backup capabilities that allow you to sketch, draw, take notes and keep them on any device. But the tactile nature of using an Apple Pencil, for example, keeps that feeling of using genuine note-taking skills, but having all the benefits of digital storage. No more scrambling for lost notebooks. And actually this year, the Apple Notes app itself has massively leveled up with features like dictation, math notes, and improved handwriting recognition with a bunch of AI integrations. Look, crossing out feature. Like, that's pretty cool. It's a bit of Apple magic we didn't know we needed. Keeps that feeling of old school note-taking, all in a beautiful Apple magical package. But the iPad isn't just for text, it's perfect for sketches too. And I use apps like Freeform and Notes to diagram tech ideas. And then I use the side-by-side capability with multitasking to create those seamlessly within an app like Keynote for, say, big presentations that I need to make. But it does go without saying that if you're going to unlock the most of your iPad, you're going to need an Apple Pencil. I just love how it magnetically connects to the side and I can just use it whenever I need to create a note. This stylus is a game changer and unlocks the true power of your iPad for many, many, many productivity requirements. Okay, so let's switch gears. Sometimes you need to just sit back, relax and read. Whether it's catching up on articles or diving into a book, the iPad truly shines. Google News and Flipboard are my go-to apps for curated content, so it gives me the top trending news and long-form articles that I care about without the expensive subscriptions, because Apple News is incredibly expensive. It's a great app, but no one's going to pay for that. So Google News, great for curating all of those news articles that I need as I go into work. And then Flipboard is a really nice lean back experience for those longer form articles for sports or gaming that I like. Oh, and as you can see, I'm currently in the market for a handheld gaming PC. So if you've got any recommendations, please leave them in the comments because I really need help. Of course, it goes without saying that you can also download the Kindle app or of course, native Apple books, and you've got 1,000 books in your bag. But life doesn't just sit around, you need to get stuff done. And again, I find the iPad is the ultimate productivity machine. It allows me to track my to-do lists and actually bigger projects. Those really intuitive controls of dragging and dropping things and syncing across iCloud make it the perfect productivity companion. So I've got 3 increasingly powerful options that you should think about taking advantage of. The first being Todoist. It helps you manage your daily or weekly tasks. There's a really nice little hack here as well. Set your tasks as a lock screen widget. You will never miss a to-do list again, and do that on multiple devices. You'll never be behind on your list of things to do. Future you is going to thank you for that, and surely that's got to be worth a subscribe or a like, at least a like. So for bigger projects, Trello is where I really like to organize all of my work stages. So I keep track of what's done, what's happening next, with checklists and comments. Of course, then the most powerful is Notion. Now, Notion does have a really steep learning curve. I've got a tutorial for that if you're interested, because it took me a while to get into it. But when I got into Notion, I was able to manage my entire content creation cycle from within that platform. So really, really powerful. Both of these are free as well, which is great. So they are the perfect side-by-side companion. Just having them next to you with your iPad, using those intuitive controls, it's a real game changer. And now for the fun stuff. The iPad isn't just a workhorse, it's also an incredible media machine. The screen is stunning, and watching content on anything else just doesn't feel the same. I also think it's because of its totally unrivaled portability. So when I'm watching football, I can do that while I cook, when I lay in bed, while I'm commuting. Because I live in Australia, the Premier League is on at like 6 a.m. in the morning. So my iPad, I'm out of bed, watching my iPad, getting ready, brushing my teeth, off to work. This thing just comes with me everywhere. It's far more portable and the screen is beautiful. Sure, it can't help you pick what to watch, but isn't that half the fun? Okay, so we've covered the essentials, but let's dive into some of the things that you might not have expected. And in particular, let's start with how I use my iPad as my laptop. So if you want to know a secret, I actually haven't had a personal laptop for the last 5 years. It's all been done on my iPad. Thanks to the Magic Keyboard and the functionality improvements like Stage Manager, I've been able to turn my iPad into a full-blown laptop replacement. The explosion of professional apps that are now available for iPad, like let's say Final Cut Pro, it helps make this my main device for almost anything now. And then when I need a bigger screen, Apple has massively improved screen connectivity. And as I mentioned, Stage Manager, so plugging it in feels like I've got an entire experience with a companion Bluetooth mouse and keyboard. It's my main device for pretty much anything. And going back to a laptop, I found really inflexible, especially because all of those things that I said that it can do before feels so much nicer. All that ability to draw, connect, watch my content, pick it up, move it. You know, it's so seamless. I'm using it as my notes right now. You know, it's just so portable that really I found it difficult going back to something a bit more static like a desktop or a laptop. Speaking of which, number 2 of the unusual stuff is I actually use this as my primary editing suite. If you're into editing videos at all, the iPad's power really shines. So whether it's iMovie, LumaFusion, or Final Cut Pro, which is what I use, I can edit 4K footage seamlessly with no crashes or lag. That is obviously because I have an M4 iPad and they are so powerful, but even the M2s were brilliant at editing content. I think it's wild to think that a tablet can actually handle all of this footage and easily, seamlessly edit it with almost no crashes. Now, the big benefit of using your iPad to edit is the fact that it can become your visual display for your camera, thanks to the syncing of the Final Cut programmer and the live videos that you can set up thanks to the interface. So I can set up my shot, record in 4K, and then sync to a Final Cut Pro project all in one app. It makes the whole process so quick. Although I will have to say, you're gonna have to start investing in some iCloud storage because these file sizes are massive. Okay, and last but not least, we've got to talk about gaming. Apple has made a big push into gaming recently, and I've been all in. Like, I have an Xbox, so that is my primary gaming platform, but when I'm on the move, when I'm traveling for work, I can now actually have, I'm not a mobile gamer like, you know, Candy Crush. I like actual real games. So I'll be able to play Football Manager, Civilization 6, and even Death Stranding, which I'm now playing. The iPad can now handle AAA titles. Like, that's mad. You know, the graphic fidelity is not as high as you get on, you know, a dedicated handheld device like a Switch, or even say a Steam Deck or something. Again, tell me, please help me decide. I do want a dedicated gaming PC in my hand. But while I'm waiting for that, the iPad has been a great companion. You can even play games like Assassin's Creed Mirage and Resident Evil all natively on the device itself. And that doesn't even mention the fact that you can screen mirror or even use streaming services like Xbox Game Cloud to play games wherever you want. And I use that a lot when I'm actually staying somewhere else, or I'm in Airbnb or on holiday. So whether you're trying to be productive, whether you're trying to be more creative, or you just want to have fun, or even just replace your laptop with something that's a bit more modern, the iPad can do all of that. And with those accessories like the Magic Keyboard, with the Apple Pencil, and some of these apps that I've spoken about today, this iPad can go well beyond what you probably thought of originally. And I'd love to know how you're using your iPad. Are you using it in a way that I haven't mentioned here? It'd be really interesting to hear. So that's it. If you found this video helpful, please drop us a subscribe and a like. We're a small growing channel. We'd love to grow with you. And for anything else, please check out a couple of videos here. We've got some on the other productivity apps, or even some devices that you might want to explore. We'll see you next time on Future Simplified. Thanks for watching.